Welcome to day number 3. You join us in the depths of South Wales on the border region of Brecon National Park. We're not going to attempt to pronounce it in Welsh because we've already upset enough Welsh people on this trip. So, I say trip, it's been rather an experience, isn't it, more than anything?
That's one word for it, yeah.
We have experienced many things since being here, so...
Yeah, we have a special place to go and see today, with a special sign, which I think best describes the trio that are here today.
Describes this trio in 2 words.
It does. Very short and snappy.
It's very fitting.
Yeah.
If you've endured this video, or series of videos, depending how this comes out in post,
It's up to that man there, really, isn't it?
the chief director, financial, the producer, the everything, the Alex show, with
That reminds me,
unpaid extras.
Have you given in the VAT receipt for last night's campsite?
Yes.
You have. I'll do that.
He rejected it immediately.
Expenses have been rejected.
We are heading across to the Brecon Beacons.
Yep.
A little drive around. A little bit of a scenic route around the roads. We'll see if we can get the correct roads today, although we happened upon a fantastic road yesterday.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
good.
that was good.
No other traffic, and it's basically our own private road.
On a 25% incline with a drive shaft that's
On its-
about to fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was a point where I nearly had no fuel, and we were
Knackered drive shaft,
we were
no
14
fuel.
miles away from fuel.
Yes.
And we didn't get phone signal until that 14 miles was up. So
Yes.
had any of us broken down, we would have been in a spot of bother. If 2 of us had broken down, that would have been hilariously accurate for the trip.
Yes,
But
because
still
we
would
would
have
have
been-
left you.
Yeah.
Is what would have happened, we would have left you.
So we are now going to head off on a little bit more of an adventure over the Brecon Beacons and see what more we can find.
Crossing back into England, ready to finish off and go our
And
separate
part
ways. So, we're now back on the road for the final day of our road trip, and I must admit, this road trip has been phenomenal. The roads, I mean, so I sort of planned a route through Wales, and my basic thought process was basically Google Wales best roads. Now, when I did that, it came up obviously with all the mountain pass roads and all the rest of it, so that's basically what we did, and then just connected the dots between to get us there on somewhat look like decent roads. So if you're trying to plan a road trip, look for what sort of TripAdvisor or I mean, to be fair, I think there's Welsh roads or something is like a website, and yeah, use that, and then use Google Street View to work your way through and just see what it looks like. Planning it really isn't that difficult. I know Tilly and Jess, and probably Melissa, probably think the sheer lack of planning that has gone into this would make this road trip a complete disaster. But in actuality, it's been everything but. It has truly been, I think, one of the best road trips, bar the Arctic, I think I've ever done. Just for the sheer comedic value, to be honest.
So last night we decided to embark upon a campsite, mainly for welfare-based facilities, showers, toilets and a level park. As a child I spent many years caravanning, tenting. In the recent years with the van, my own tent, I have done the same with campsites. Now I have a more capable vehicle that can off-grid. We don't do the sort of campsites you've just seen us pulling out of, where you've got the rows of caravans, more the elderly generation, sort of just their leisure, you know. I'm more for the farm style campsites on top of cliffs, lesser facilities, definitely not clubhouses and bars and that. That's not our cup of tea. We're not up for that. Don't get me wrong, I like a campsite. It's nice to have somewhere where you can park, you've got water, you've got electric hookup if you need it, toilets, showers, the essential parts, a bit of security.
I was hoping that was going to stay.
I don't think it was.
Oi! I was about to say, please clean it before you do that.
Useful device.
Brecon beacons. It's a bit good, isn't it, really?
It is a bit, and I feel like we've only just skimmed the edge of it.
Oh, yeah.
But it's this road.
Oh, man, insane. Absolutely insane.
I've been through it a few times. Well,
more than a few.
Three or four times I've driven up through it in the past, and every time I find somewhere different. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
I've never actually been up this road before. Been to Wales once, and never been anywhere like this. I think we did Wales very wrong last time we were here, because this is a whole different side to it. That's very well. We were all talking the other day. It's a Scottish feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, massive.
Which
the thing is, there's a lot of infrastructure here, isn't there? So you can skim around the mountains quite easily. And you don't necessarily need to take these mountain passes, whereas in the likes of Scotland, you have to.
It's the one road.
It's the one road. So we're seeing what would normally be the whole road. We're diverting off of the main roads to find these gems, and I mean, there's a few about.
The only bit of infrastructure that's not that readily available around here is fuel.
Yeah, fuel was a problem.
Nearly became a very big problem.
It nearly did. Yeah, it nearly became a very big problem, and without any means of solution either at that point. It was.
I don't know. You could have sucked on a pipe out of one of our vans.
Yeah,
I got a couple of litres.
This is becoming quickly very inappropriate.
That's true. The diesel heater.
Yeah, I did think about that as a auxiliary option.
That's how close it nearly got to being a problem.
We nearly were draining people's diesel heaters to get me somewhat closer to civilization, and then it literally didn't it? But in a matter of half a mile, we went from Mountain Pass to
nothing.
Civilization. There's a Premier. There's a coral betting shop. There's a couple of takeaways, and it was like
every Welsh village.
Yeah, it was quintessential in that fact.
Absolutely nothing. Glorious landscape. Oh, budgeons.
Yeah.
Betting shop, local shop, and a small fuel station.
And a boss man there offering a kebab.
Yeah.
We should probably talk about that.
We should talk about that. So,
Alex chickened out.
I think that's unfair.
Chickened out. I was keen to keep going with my I had one bit of input with this entire. I'm merely here as backup. I'm an unpaid extra.
We had to find somebody.
This is now pixelated. My voice has been changed. I don't normally sound this clear.
Usually there'd be subtitles along the bottom of the screen.
Oh yeah, good, like proper good ones. But so we decided that after eating quite a lot of calories and a lot of stodge in the breakfast and lunch ration packs,
and driving for 5+ hours yesterday.
Days.
We were I think we were near a 6.
I think we were near a
6 and a half.
and probably filming for nearly 10 to 12 hours.
We only did 12 miles.
Yeah, we did one road drive home today.
Yeah.
The amount of B-roll we got was ridiculous, up and down. But so we decided that we're going to treat ourselves. We had a little bit of a park up last night.
Well,
with facilities.
Well, we all drove through the town. First we spotted the kebab shop.
Yep.
Then we spotted the Chinese. Then we spotted the Indian.
And then Calvin and I realised that we had been here before.
Yes. And it was a good Indian.
It was a good Indian. So the decision was kind of made. And I think the way we cut it was pretty clever in the sense that whoever our commanding officer is, we don't know. As we were on military ration packs yesterday, has given us some leave. And we thought we may as well indulge in it. So
why would you continue eating ration packs if you're on leave? I mean, that's
so we went and celebrated our recent tour of duty around Wales, and celebrated with an Indian.
Tour of duty, honestly. Yeah. It was worth it though. It was worth it.
It was a great.
It was a good Indian.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. Obviously,
staff were hilarious.
Yeah.
Not intentionally. They weren't trying to be funny. They were just funny to watch.
I've never seen a surfer run around an Indian restaurant with food.
No,
before.
he was sprinting.
He was sprinting from the kitchens.
He also found it very amusing that Alex was finding the yogurt too spicy.
So these two pricks decided to tell them that I don't like spicy food. The
onions were quite hot.
The onions are quite hot, and I couldn't touch the spoon apparently. And they joked that I was going to get a vindaloo. To which point the server turned around and said, "That will put you in hospital." And this prick's response was, "Oh, where's the nearest one?"
We just wanted to know what the visiting hours were.
What's the parking like for the van?
And then
got a height barrier.
And then we went to leave, and they were joking around with the other guy that was there, who proceeded to be very serious right up until the point these two were still in there and I'd walked out the door, and he then burst out in hysterics. At which point these two basically fell out the front door.
We'd be rolled out the front door.
Yeah. Like be rolling out of your van.
Yeah. It was comical.
So all in all, we've had a pretty good 24 hours, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been ridiculous.
We did have, I think, a very entertaining morning on the campsite.
The looks of
the looks of disdain. I mean, I think the fact that obviously a lot of them spend a lot of time with the action polishing their vans.
And these three rocked up.
And we're covered in mud and all-terrain tyres and yobbo-ish attitudes.
No fiberglass in sight.
Yeah, there wasn't an ounce of that. And I don't think they were very impressed. We observed some odd behaviours though, didn't we?
It's not odd, that's standard behaviour.
Well, okay,
Two of us are glad to know that that's not standard.
It's standard procedure for campsites. It's how they are. You know, it's.
You should have got your reserved sign out.
I mean, damn it, Mr. Trick. But yeah, we obviously we had to do a little bit of a pull in for welfare facilities and that, shower, toilets. It's nice to freshen up and feel nice and clean after a couple of days.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd bite the bullet, treat ourselves, and then we'll go out and get a nice bit of dinner. So it was worth it. But the campsite were welcoming. They didn't have any issues with us.
No, but they were really good. Shout out to them actually.
Yeah,
they got us in literally last minute. He was eating his dinner when we got there.
Yeah, Jack phoned him saying we'll be there in 20 minutes, and he was like, "Yeah, okay."
Don't rush because I'm eating my dinner.
Yeah,
he was a good old boy. Come out, good sport. Got us in. So, showed us where to go.
Fair enough. Shout out to them. That was very kind of them for dropping us in, especially considering it's out of season.
Yes.
So.
It was very quiet there, to be fair. I mean,
it wasn't until we rocked up.
Yeah. And this morning, I think we woke probably the 3 remaining residents on the site up, especially the ones next door. Sorry if you ever see this.
I don't think they will.
Probably will.
I really don't think they will.
7 o'clock in the morning, I'm sat there with the Tasman with the side door wide open, making my morning brew. And
then another one. And then another one.
Yeah,
and then
nice,
another one.
It was like a Costa coffee at one point. Yeah. So made the most of that, and we just stood by the van chatting with the door open, and within 20 minutes their curtains had opened, the dogs were yapping, and I think we'd woken them up.
But it's a must this time of year, isn't it? Let's face it, because they're about the only thing which is open.
Yes.
Conventional campsites, I mean, none of their grass pitches were open yesterday because it was all waterlogged. If we'd have gone on it, even with these tyres, we'd have sunk and we'd have made an absolute mess of the place. Last night was a really good reminder of why the 3 of us do what we do in our own ways.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've brought all of us together as a bit of a hybrid of what we all enjoy and where we like going and how we like driving and various other things. And I think it's a real reminder. Go into a campsite or a caravan and camping club site, to be specific. That's a real reminder of why we like being off grid.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, this is my first proper venture into the side of the road parking, lay-bys and that sort of thing. I've never done it properly. I've done the parking on a campsite or a private ground off-grid, running on the van's facilities, but I've never done the parking on the side of the road. It's mainly a confidence thing, you got to build yourself up to it, and if it's me and the missus, then it's when you got
it's a bit like using Derek for the first time.
Well, yeah.
Is it technically a confidence thing? I'd argue technically it's a Tilly thing. Tilly has a saying.
There are stipulations to this, and it's Tilly saying is no toilet, no Tilly. We've had a little bit of fun the last couple of days cruising around,
and we've still got a little bit more to go.
Well, we
have.
I mean, yes, this is day 3. This is still late morning, and we barely scratched
12, and we said we'd be done by midday.
We still have 2 hours of driving, I think, left to do.
Yeah, we barely scratched the surface, so I think it's fair to say we will be coming back and doing this again. What do you guys think? You give us some input.
Leave it in the comments and see what you think. Where we should go, what we should do, and if you've got any special requests, we will endeavour to do what we can.
which can all be vetoed if we don't like
Yes.
it.
Yes, that's the caveat
With an
of the
asterisk.
situation.
Yeah, veto, veto, veto. We're always open to suggestions. Some suggestions.
Yes.
Some.
Yeah. The
We-
suggestion box will be filtered.
Yes.
Yeah, not our suggestion boxes. His suggestion box. The chief commander, the leading enforcer of said road trip.
Alex Spielberg.
Alex Spielberg. Yeah, he's even got his own little director's chair in the back. He refuses to bring it in shot, but he was sat there yesterday when we were doing our bit about the dam. He was sat in his little chair with his cigar. Low flying aircraft.
That is a proper low flying. You're not a drone. Go away.
That's a small
Why are
bird.
you in here? Leave.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Oh no. That's all right. I'd just like to point out you're absolutely fine because that's not my van. Woo! Don't bat it towards me.
go on.
Say, what are you doing? Stupid thing.
That was on brand.
What?
You stupid thing.
Stupid thing.
Useless creature.
Where have you gone? You're actually trying to make
Anyway.
a fucking nest.
We're going to crack on.
Put your lips on mine. I love it when we hide in the pale blue sky, floating on cloud nine. Do you feel the winds are turning round? 'Cause what goes up must always come back down. I'll be safe in your arms, like the light in the day never part.
It wouldn't be right if part of this road trip we didn't at least find somewhere with a rude name. It looks like they were expecting us. Because we are stood in the village of Three Cocks. And for the purposes of this video, we have been Three Cocks.
Yes, we have.
We managed to find the elusive Three Cocks. Well, it wasn't that hard, we just used Google Maps to get us there, but we had to take a moment to get a photo next to the sign. It's only fitting, like Jack said, that us three imbeciles stop at somewhere called Three Cocks. I mean, why wouldn't you? Sounds like a good idea to me. But yes, this is kind of it now. We are leaving Three Cocks. Three Cocks are leaving Three Cocks. We are en route to a secret destination, and then we'll part ways. I will be heading deep into Somerset. Alex will be heading deep, deep, deep down into Cornwall. And I think Jack will be spending the next 47 days driving to Essex.
I do just want to say a special thank you, as this is on camera, to Jess, Melissa and Tilly for allowing me to take these absolute plebs through a different country and explore what we have, because it has been amazing.
Yep, I'm going to echo that.
That's thirded from Downton Abbey.
Well, I suppose then, while we're on the subject of being a soppy Alex, thank you for all the legwork you've done on this, because you have held the trip together with your location planning and your filming and your already very good YouTube following that you've encouraged us to come and jump on the bandwagon with, as it were. Yeah, thank you so much for all you've done, taking us around Wales, putting up with mine and Calvin's very childish and silly behaviours and piss taking throughout this whole thing, because yeah, you've absolutely smashed it, mate, and I just hope that we get an invite to number 2.
Yeah, mate, you've done a fantastic job. You have certainly put together an absolute brilliant little tour for us. You are playing to your strengths no end, and fair play to Jess for allowing you to sacrifice a lot of your time, sacrifice a lot of your time towards giving us this fantastic little trip. And like Jack said, the route planning, the destinations, the ideas. We wouldn't be doing this if you hadn't gone out of your way to make this happen. I've had very little input into this whole saga, but I'm very thankful that you have invited me along and, you know, taken a punt, taken a risk on bringing us on board to your already growing and thriving channel and output there into the world, and involving us into this. You know, I think it's certainly to be said, there's a massive thank you for dragging us into this, and we certainly weren't kicking and screaming.
Not a problem at all, chaps. And to be honest, I'm very glad it has turned out the way it has. And to be fair, I couldn't think of two other better people to take on this trip. It has been an absolute laugh and an absolute pleasure to spend 3 days with you, just having a good laugh round Wales, finding some incredible roads, and yeah, here's to doing it again.
And Alex, if you weren't crying during our very heartfelt thanks and gratitude to you, you are a stone cold bastard.
Right, well, for everyone at home that's still watching through that very sad and probably Oscar-worthy performance from the three of us, you can go and get your sick buckets now, or empty them if you've already used them.
I'd like to address a difficult subject. It's something I think needs to be addressed more and more, but the society has a way of running people down and doing a lot to tire you out, and we don't have time to do what we need to do. I myself am terrible when it comes to sort of mental well-being. In myself, I know what's going on. I am no good at talking about what's going on. You know, I find it very difficult to open up. You know, I am always happy to listen to people, talk to people, you know, sound their problems out, help them out. I myself am absolutely awful at opening up. Now, Tilly knows this. She knows what I'm like, and it's all fine. And if it is really bad, we will talk. But I think it's important that things like this, road trips like this, are a great way for people like me to get out and have a bit of a reset. You know, get away from the day-to-day scrolling and the hassles and the stresses and the strains of work and all that sort of stuff. You need to have that break. You know, for some people it's going out, going on holiday, going abroad and things like this, or I don't know, going to play golf, going to play tennis, going to the gym, because you can focus and concentrate on one particular thing. You know, you go to the gym, you're concentrating on your well-being, your physical well-being, and physical well-being boost your mental well-being. And I enjoy going to the gym, but I really enjoy this sort of stuff. I really enjoy going out and about. And I've got to say, with the stresses, the strains, everything that's piled on people these days, you need that reset. And for me, getting out and about in the van with two absolute blinding plebs and morons that, to be fair, I've only spent a couple of weekends in the vans with Alex, and obviously his partner Jess and my partner Tilly, and the last time I saw Jack, really spoke to him properly, was 13 plus months ago at Man Van Tribe, you know. And we all sat around a fire. You know, we got out of our comfort zone. Each one of us are very, not introverts, I wouldn't say, but we're very much, we like to get away from everything. Get out and get away from the hustle and bustle. We're not the city break kind of people. You know, we have our vans. There are escapism. There are our get out of jail card. You know, there are get away from all the stresses and strains. Not ignore stuff, but just to get away from it. Just relax and chill and just regroup. Have a bit of a reset. Now, for me, getting out in a van is important, and doing it with these two has been absolutely brilliant. I haven't laughed so hard for I don't know how long. I've had a really good weekend, and I need more of this. I am not scared to say that I have my struggles. I've been through stuff. I'm not going to go, yeah, you weren't there, man, you don't know. I'm not claiming that. I'm not claiming that I've got it hard by any stretch. I have a fantastic partner, I love her to bits, and she'd do anything for me, and I'll do anything for her. I'm fortunate enough, I own my own property. Right, I've got a mortgage, but I own it, you know, and I got a job, and I get by in life. You know, I do what we do. You know, we're fortunate enough to have this van. There are many that aren't fortunate enough to have what I have, and I'm very thankful for that. But I'm losing track of where I'm going because I'm thinking about 8 different things at once, which is another thing. Like, my brain, I've always got like 5 thoughts on the go at any one time. I'm thinking the camera, I'm driving, I'm trying to think of what I'm going to say next. I'm also looking at the scenery, I'm seeing the change of the colours of the trees. And for me, that is mentally exhausting, which is why I desperately need to get away, to do these things, to spend time with like-minded people, doing what I enjoy, which is getting out and about, seeing what's out in the world. I need things like this. Life's hard. Life is hard. And with friends like this, you can get through. And if you ever need to talk to somebody, hit me up, send me a message. I will listen to you. I might not tell you what's going on in my head, but I'll listen to what's going on in your head. I'm back. I'm better. Sorry about that, guys. Girls, everybody, anyone who's listening, if that's made it into the edit, yeah. Sorry about that. Not that I should be sorry. But yeah, so what I'm trying to say is mental health is a real struggle for a lot of people. You need to... I'm in the old school, don't talk about your feelings, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Keep it to yourself. And I am trying to get better with it. I will talk to Tilly, but that's as far as I can take it. But if you've got a friend that you haven't heard from for a long time, you know, they're having their struggles, they've split up with their partner, or they've lost their job, or you think financially things have changed, you see their social media, they're not on the holidays, they're not got the new car and things like this. They might be struggling, they might want your help, they might want to talk. So be that person for someone, you know. You might help pull someone out of somewhere dark. Talk to somebody. Help them out.
Three hours and 45 minutes after originally planned.
Yeah, pretty much.
We have, well, Wales completed it.
Yeah.
We completed Wales.
We've completed Wales.
Well, we haven't. We scratched the surface.
What a fantastic couple of days.
It was awesome. Truly awesome couple of days. And I am definitely up for doing something fairly similar again.
Yes.
Definitely.
There's something quite poetic about the fact that we finished at sunset and the sun is just beautifully coming down.
We weren't meant to.
No, we were meant to be here at 12 o'clock and it's now...
What was it we were saying last night? We're like
4:45.
at 6, out for 7, and then...
Up at 7, out at 9. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Wasn't aided by the fact that the campsite only had one shower. That didn't help.
And
That
two
delayed
toilets.
things. Two working toilets for 3 people that sampled curry last night was
ration packs.
less than
It
ideal.
wasn't ideal.
But I think we've done really well. We've got some cracking shots today.
Yeah.
Seen some epic bits of Wales. We didn't cross that bridge.
No.
For context,
We crossed that one.
crossed that one over there. But
All bridges out of Wales lead home.
they do.
That's the important part.
Then you get the sad "Welcome back to England" sign.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
interesting.
that wasn't the funnest thing to look at, but yeah, I think it's been a very successful 3-day trip.
Yes.
I think definitely enjoyed it on all parts, and I think definitely look at what we can maybe do in the future. If you guys have got any ideas, put it down in the comments. What I will do as well is include the map file that I created for this trip, so if anybody wants to go and do the same trip that we've just done, you can go and find that map down below.
Well, most of the trip we didn't actually do
Follow
Black Rock,
Yeah.
Black Mountain Pass.
Happen past.
Yeah, you know.
We were near. We were in the same country. That counts. And to be honest, we probably found a far better road anyway.
We did.
Yeah, we did,
Yeah.
to be fair. The road we went on was fantastic.
Well, thanks for watching.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
No problem.
Yes.
It's nice
Special
to do it with
thank
you
you.
chaps.
A special thank you to Alex for putting this together and
Yeah.
dragging us in on this little project.
It's alright.
We'll see you on the next one.
Hopefully so.